So you've got this amazing business idea, and you're ready to make it official in the Sunshine State, right? Well, you have come to the right place. This is your complete step-by-step guide to forming a Florida corporation. We're going to break down the entire process, from picking a name all the way to staying compliant year after year.
So are you really ready to take that leap? To turn your side hustle or your big dream into a legit, official corporation? If you're nodding your head yes, then the first things you're probably wondering are, how much is this going to cost and how long is it going to take?
Let's talk money first. The absolute minimum filing fee to get your corporation on the books with the state of Florida is just $70. Yep, that's it. We'll get into what that covers in just a bit, but honestly, that's a fantastic starting point.
And the timeline? If you file online through Florida's SunBiz website, which is definitely the way to go, you can expect your brand new corporation to be officially formed in just 3 to 5 business days. That's super fast. You can be up and running in less than a week.
Okay, so beyond that initial fee, there is one other major cost you got to keep on your radar for the long haul. Every single year, you'll need to file what's called an annual report, and that comes with a $150 fee. You'll want to budget for this from day one, trust me.
All right, let's get into it. Think of this whole explainer as your official blueprint for success. We've laid out everything you need to know in a clear, easy-to-follow plan. So let's kick things off with the very first decisions you're going to have to make.
First things first, we've got to build your company's legal identity. Before you can even think about filling out forms, you need to lock in 2 key pieces, your company's name and its registered agent.
Now, what's so important about the name? Well, it's not just about being catchy, it's about following the law. Your name has to include a corporate tag, like corporation, company, or just Inc. It also has to be unique. You can't have the same name as another business on the state's records. And here's the kicker, the state doesn't check for trademark issues. That's all on you to figure out.
Next up, every corporation in Florida has to have a registered agent. So what in the world is that? Simply put, it's your company's official point of contact for important mail. We're talking legal notices, state documents, that kind of thing. It just ensures there's always a reliable way for the government to get in touch with your business.
And there are a few rules here. Your agent has to have a physical street address in Florida. P.O. boxes are a no-go. It can be you, a friend, or a professional service. Whoever it is, they have to officially sign a form saying they accept the job. And remember that initial $70 fee? Well, $35 of it is specifically for designating this agent.
Okay, you've got your name, you've got your agent, now it's time for the main event. We're talking about filing the official paperwork that actually brings your corporation to life. And it all comes down to one single, super important document.
And this is the perfect way to think about it. The Articles of Incorporation are literally your company's birth certificate. It's the public document you file with the state that says, hey world, we exist as a legal corporation now.
The form itself is actually pretty straightforward. You'll just put in the basic info we've been talking about, your new company name, your registered agent, the business addresses. You'll also need to list the names of your first directors and officers. And finally, the person filing, that's the incorporator, has to sign it. Now, there's one section on this form that might be new to you, authorized shares. You have to decide how many shares of stock your corporation is allowed to issue down the road. You're basically just setting a ceiling. You don't have to issue any right away, but you have to name a number. A super common, easy way to go is to just authorize 10,000 shares with no par value.
All right, your corporation is officially filed with the state. Awesome. The next phase is all about building its internal structure. This means creating your company's rule book and, of course, getting your finances in order. Okay, this is a really important distinction you need to understand. Your Articles of Incorporation, that's the public document that creates the company. But your corporate bylaws, that's your private internal rulebook that governs how the company runs. You don't file your bylaws with the state. They're for you and your team.
So what goes in these bylaws? Well, basically everything about how you'll operate. Think rules for holding meetings, what the officers' jobs are, how you elect directors, the process for issuing stock, all that essential day-to-day stuff.
Next up, money. You have got to separate your business finances from your personal finances. Step 1 is to get an employer identification number, or EIN, from the IRS. It's like a social security number for your business. And the best part, it's completely free and you can get it online in minutes. You'll need that EIN for step 2, opening a dedicated business bank account. This is absolutely crucial for protecting your personal assets.
And let's talk taxes for a second, because this is a big one. By default, your new company is a C Corp, which can lead to double taxation, meaning the corporation pays taxes on its profits, and then you pay taxes again when you take that money out.
To avoid this, you can choose to be taxed as an S-corp. But, and this is a huge but, you have a very tight deadline. Just 75 days after incorporating to file the right form with the IRS. Don't miss it.
Okay, you did it. You're incorporated, you're operational, you're in business. The final piece of the puzzle is just understanding what you need to do each year to keep your company legal, active, and in good standing with the state.
And this right here is the big one. Every single year, without fail, you have to file that annual report by May 1st. As we said, the fee is $150. But look at that penalty. If you miss the final deadline in September, the state hammers you with an additional $400 late fee. Ouch! That is a very, very expensive mistake to make.
And beyond just the state filings, you also have to keep up with what are called corporate formalities. This just means you need to act like a real corporation, hold annual meetings for your shareholders and your directors, and most importantly, write down what happened in those meetings. Those notes are called minutes, and they are key to protecting you.
So let's bring it all back home and look at those startup costs one last time. That $70 fee we started with, it's broken down really simply. $35 to file the articles of incorporation and $35 to name your registered agent. That's it, a clean, simple $70 start.
And there you have it. That is the complete blueprint for forming a corporation in Florida. The path is clear, the steps are all laid out for you. So really, the only question left to ask is, what will you build?